Hey, so if you've ever, I'm gonna give you the quickest way to make more money, and because you can work, you can either like work more hours, like throughout the day. Like you can say, okay, you know what? Instead of working 40 hours a week, I'm gonna work 50 hours a week, right? And yes, that will earn you more money, but that'll only earn you more money temporary, because you can only like go that long for. I mean, you can only go that long for. I mean, you can only go that many hours for so long, right? Like maybe like 2 months, you're gonna be good, but then after that, you're gonna be burnt out, right? So you're gonna crash. So it's not long term, right? So I was having a conversation with one of my guys yesterday, and when I first met him, right, of course he was like, man, I'm hungry. Not hungry as in like appetite, but like hungry like to kind of get going and working and getting with the team, and making sure that he had money to provide for his family. And so I said, man, like he was like, man, what time do you want me to be here? Tell me what you need me to do, and I'll get it done for you, right? And so I asked him this one question. I said, are you coachable? And what are your thoughts on continuing education, self-education? And he's like, man, I'm good with that. It's nothing, right? And he goes, in fact, like everybody, like anybody will say, of course I want to learn more. Of course I want. Why wouldn't I want to learn more, right? But then I said, okay, you know what? Let me see your phone. He's like, my phone? I said, yeah, let me see your phone. Go to your YouTube and let me see your history. And he goes, I don't know how to do that. I said, well, give me your phone. I'll show you how to do it. So we go to his YouTube history, and of course it's like a bunch of music videos, and then there's some stuff about like stars and planets, right? And so I'm going down his history, right? And I said, what happened to the guy that I met when I first hired you? Like when we first had our first sit down, and we first had our first, introduction to each other. What happened to that guy? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, like, you said you were all about, self-education, continuous learning, getting better, mastering the craft. And when I say mastering the craft, I'm referring to the body shop industry, because we're in the body shop industry. But this can apply to any industry. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. So I said, what happened to that guy that was so hungry, man, that wanted to get a job to take care of his wife, and you had these goals, and you had these dreams of things you wanted to accomplish. What happened to that guy? He goes, nothing, man. I'm still hungry. I said, well, I can't tell. And he's like, oh man, what do you mean? I show up every day. And I said, showing up like doesn't mean you're committed. Like it doesn't mean you're committed to get better. And I said, I'll explain to you what happened. I said, when I met you, you weren't in a good place. Like you didn't have a steady income. You weren't working where you wanted to work. You weren't around the right people. You didn't have the right mentor, you didn't have the right coaches, and now that you're in that environment, you feel like you made it. Like you feel like the hard work was done because I found my place. And I said that's wrong. I said you got lazy. I said you got lazy and you got complacent. And he's like, man, he kind of got a little bit upset. He's like, man, I didn't have time this weekend, man. I didn't have time to study this weekend. I didn't have time to to do any of that stuff. I didn't have time to read. I said, you didn't have time to read? I said, remember the training courses that I told you to log in on our online? I said, do a couple of those training courses. I said, those training courses are 5 minutes each. 5-6 minutes each. I said, let me tell you what you did this weekend. He's like, man, I was busy all weekend. I said, bullshit. I called his bullshit. I said, because you text me Saturday if I was going to watch the fight. So that means you spent 4 hours watching the fight. Right or not? And he's like, well, I don't know, maybe, yeah, you know what? Yeah. And I said, dude, like, you spent 4 hours, watching a fight that didn't give you any value. It didn't make you any better. In fact, those 4 hours costed you money. And he's like, how did it cost me money? Like, I didn't have to pay for the fight. I streamed it for free. I said, like, it didn't cost you money up front, but on the back end, it cost you money because you're not any better. And if you're not getting any better, that means you're becoming obsolete. So basically, like, your time is coming. If you choose not to get better, your time is coming when you're going to be obsolete. Remember when you used to have that flip phone? Remember you used to have that flip phone? We've all had those flip phone or the Sidekick. Remember the Sidekick? Those industries, those companies failed to get better. They failed to reinvent themselves. They failed to train to get better. They didn't get better, so eventually they became obsolete, and it was too late. It was too late. They became obsolete, and things changed. So it's the same thing in the marketplace, guys. If you're not getting any better, you're becoming obsolete on the back end. You're becoming obsolete on the back end. So the point of all this is, make sure you're getting 1% better each day. Make sure, like, whatever industry you're in, sales, plumbing, data entry, accounting, lawn business, medical, like, whatever the industry that you're in, like, get better and understand the industry. Try to figure out where the industry's going. Figure out what changes are coming, and try to be in front of that change. Try to catch the wave. Stay with the wave. Like, stay with the wave. If not, you're gonna get washed out. And I've seen this happen a lot. I've seen it happen a lot. And if there's anything, if you really listen to what I'm saying, right? I'm saying get 1% better, right? And that's just to stay in the game. That's just to make sure you don't become obsolete. Because you'll become obsolete if you're not doing anything. If you're being lazy by not getting any better, you're gonna become obsolete. And all industries are different because some will happen faster than others. You know what I'm saying? Like, some industries will ship faster than others. For example, right? For example, look at the way car buying has changed. Okay, how has car buying has changed? It's changing, right? So the industry's changing so fast. Now, those people that were, the sales guys, they're having to figure out new strategies. They're having to learn how to sell online, how to communicate, they have to develop these skills, man. They have to develop these skills to change with that industry, because where's that industry going? Now you're buying cars like a vending machine. You're buying cars off a vending machine. Carvana is like a vending machine. Man, so make sure you're training it, and I'm gonna drop you some gold nuggets right here. Right? And so this is the secret sauce. Okay, just imagine, listen to this. If you just have to get 1% better each day, every other day, maybe it's once a week. Maybe you just get 1% better a week. Maybe you just read, maybe you learn about your industry one day out of the whole week. That's fine if that's what you want to do, right? But if it takes you 1% each day to stay in the game, to make sure you're obsolete, what will happen if you're getting 10% better each day? Think about that. What will happen if you decide to get 10% better each day? How do you get 10% better each day? You consume information, like your podcast. When you're driving, you're listening to audiobooks. You have a book, you have a magazine, you have something. You're just consuming information 24/7, and you're just becoming like this learning machine. And so you're consuming information, and then you're applying those new skills that you learn. And so the growth, you'll pass people away. You'll leave people behind. Someone that chooses to be lazy, and if you decide to go 10 times and get 10% better each day, in 1 year you'll probably be 5 years ahead of them. Mentally, financially, spiritually, your life would just be crazy. And I've seen it happen. All right, guys. You have a blessed day. Remember, guys, massive action. Don't stop. Keep going. Push. Some days you're not going to feel like it. And just keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing.